Well, it is a happy weekend to everyone. It's me, it's Danny Boy. I'm with my guy, Bill Corpus Crispy. Welcome in episode 367, SIPSIN YouTube page. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for joining us on a Friday as we head into week 12 of the NFL season. And kind of an interesting week 12 to start, Billy Boy, on a Thursday
Yeah,
night.
what's going on, folks? Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy here on this at least where I am, this snowy Friday morning. This snowy Friday morning. So yeah, it snowed here.
Yeah, I mean it snowed here too, so it's snowing everywhere, especially in Cleveland. So we'll talk about Thursday night football in a second, but yeah, just a reminder: winter is around the corner. We're still in fall. We're the tail end of fall. Winter's right around the corner, a month away. So it's
Yeah,
like,
we're in sort of that weird time right now where we're in November. Um, Thanksgiving is this Thursday, by the way. Can we all believe that already?
yeah.
We'll be If we do a show next Friday, you'll be listening to us when you're getting out of your turkey comas. If we do a show next week,
Yeah.
but yeah, next,
We'll we'll talk about that.
yeah, that will be discussed. We'll be next, Thanksgiving's this Thursday. The and But it's in that weird time when people are like, "Ooh, Thanksgiving time to get ready for Christmas." Like the radio station by me, I don't know about you, but the radio station by me 2 weeks ago, they started playing Christmas music.
I think the Christmas station, which is a similar station to Light FM in New York. I think they just started like last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't remember.
All right,
One of those things.
can we all agree on this? Or like they actually started, my station actually started late this year. They usually start like the first Friday of November, but
Which I think is crazy. I'm sorry.
which I think maybe this year because they were
But
thinking,
but you know what? It's a marketing strategy, especially for the iHeart stations that do it. It's marketing. You want it, that Christmas music is going to get ratings. Like, so I can't blame them for doing it, but
like,
I just think there's a time to do it.
they started, because they started early this year. Like, actually, no, they started late this year. Usually it's the first Friday of November they start. But this year, maybe because the first Friday of November was, November 1st, they're like, maybe we should wait a little bit. Let's wait until after the election, when people are still on edge. And then, oh, it's the end of the world. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. Anyway, um, here's a question I want to ask you, and you all, because you're all smart people. That's why you watch this. That's why you listen to us, because you're smart folk. Um, Reg, when do you think radio stations should start playing Christmas music?
After Thanksgiving,
I'm
so Black Friday.
So you would say day after Thanksgiving to start playing Christmas music.
Yeah, sure. It's Christmas time. Sure.
I would say that's fair. If they wanted to start earlier, I would say maybe this weekend wouldn't be the worst time to
I
start.
think if you had to start early, I would agree with you. Probably today.
It wouldn't be the worst time to start, but
Yeah, the November 22nd, you're about a month away from Christmas. I guess so. It's not but no, what was it? Some stations started as early as like what? No, November 3rd. I'm just like, no.
Sirius XM Holly, I think they started.
They're up in October.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, my friend Samantha, if you're watching or listening, shout out to you. Um, she was say she was saying that some stations were starting as early as Halloween night.
Yeah.
She was starting
Crazy.
as early as Halloween night. I'm like thinking, come on. Like I'm waking up the next morning, people still have their freaking punk jack-o'-lanterns out, and I'm listening to Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock. I'm like, come on. I
And
haven't
that the
even
oh
candy
my
yet.
God, Santa
Come on.
Claus coming to town.
Radio
Remember, I got run
station.
over by a reindeer. Like,
Come on, man. Let me let's get through November. Let's get through Thanksgiving first. I don't want to hear Mariah Carey on Halloween night go, it's time. Don't want a lot for Christmas. Like, oh, come on. Can we wait, please? Just for the love of all that is good and holy, can we wait?
and if we think the holiday songs are bad, what about the holiday stores, man? They get a jump start too.
Yeah.
Massive jump start.
And I love the holidays. I do, but
Yeah, but I want it to center around holidays, not before holiday. So just pointing that out there.
you know what? A quick joke I was making about Mariah Carey, and then we'll get down to business. What do you think of the song "All I Want for Christmas Is You"?
It's a classic, man. I think it's a great song. If you don't like it, Bill, I'm sorry, but
No, no, let me. I don't hate the song. I like it, but I like it in small doses.
see, I can't get enough of it. I'll listen to that song all holiday season.
No, because if you work in retail, you will hear that song every day from
Every
Thanksgiving,
day, baby.
whether you like it or not.
Hey, you don't even need to go to retail. Come to the Ryan's household in Queens, New York. I'm telling you, we're blasting that shit.
No, because my,
We're
no,
we're
because
we're,
a good
we're
friend of
huge Mariah
ours,
fans in Christmas. Well, I mean, we're Mariah fans, period. But Christmas time, definitely.
a good friend of mine, has who has worked in retail, he said every time they play that song, I go crazy.
Again, I can't speak for those that work and that have to listen to the song every day.
And like
I
you
I,
can
I
understand
don't.
why people get sick of it because you will listen to it about six from
Sorry.
Thanksgiving. So from this year, from November 28th to January 1st, you will hear it exactly 6,000 times.
Yeah. I mean, look, maybe it's my autism spectrum. Maybe it's just my love of music. I will listen to this song 1,000 times more.
Hey, you know what? Everyone is entitled to their opinion. That's what's
Sorry.
so great about this great land of ours. We are all entitled to our opinions. You know what they say, Reg. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them and they all stink. Um, but anyway, but anyway, so yeah, so Thanksgiving is Thursday. I can't, time flies when you're having fun.
What's your I'll wait till after the show. Let's get to football. Sorry.
Okay. I think it's time to all right, let's start with some football. We're going into week 12 of the NFL season and last night all three of us, you, me, Johnny, all three of us were wrong.
Yeah. It's okay. Look, I mean,
It
the
ha-
Steelers are allowed to have a bad game. Look, the Pickens is gonna go out there, be pissy, and blame the snow and everything. Bro, the Cleveland Browns played in the same exact conditions as the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, you can blame the snow all you want and everything. You lost, man. It's okay. You lost. You had a bad game. Okay, so the snow was a factor. Sure, we can say that, but you're on the same playing field. And as I could recall, didn't the Steelers score two touchdowns in the fourth quarter, or was late third quarter, early fourth quarter between that time? Didn't they score two touchdowns after being down by 12 to take the lead? Like, come on now. You can't just be like, oh well, we didn't stand a chance because of the snow. Meanwhile, Russell Wilson's throwing bombs down the field. I'm sorry. No. No. So, um, like I said, the Steelers defense certainly came to play. Um, Offense obviously struggled, but they struggled from the get-go. They were not as big as I thought they would be. Um, and you know what did I say last night about the Browns? Everyone must come out and show out, right? Well, they did that.
Oh, you're 100% correct.
You know,
Miles Garrett
Jameis
had a hell of a
Winston had a
game.
pretty decent game.
Miles
Um,
Garrett had a good game last night.
Miles Garrett got me. He was supposed to produce projected to get me 8 points. I got like 20. So it's like,
Something good
let's
comes
go,
out of it.
baby. Um, so yeah, no, the defense for the Browns came and they played well. Offense came to play too. And overall, it was just a very good, solid win for Cleveland. A team that needed it, and it's okay. It's okay. For the Steelers, you could afford to lose one. You can. It's all right.
Oh, absolutely. So anyway, funny story. After the show last night, you guys watched Thursday Night Gridiron last night. It was me, Dan, and our good friend John Haraska, who's been, could we just say about John, he's been killing it.
Yeah, I enjoy John's commentary. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been absolutely killing it lately. So anyway, he was talk last night. We're giving you a little behind the scenes here. Last night he was like, "Oh my God, if Cleveland wins, I just broadcasted something wrong." I'm like, dude, you know how many times we've been wrong? More than we would like to admit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and God bless him because he seems like a guy that wants to get it right. He seems like a very smart guy when it comes to sports. So it's
He
like,
is a very smart dude.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, no, no, I like him. I'm a perfectionist. I want things to I want to get everything right. It's all right, man. Sports takes you on so many different turns. It's insane.
Hey, listen, it's a 50. Listen, here's what you got to know. For those of you who want to be in the sports media and you're predicting games, it's a 50-50 chance here.
Yeah.
You're either right or wrong. There's no in between.
And if you're wrong, that's why we rewatch games. That's why we go back to, look at highlights and stuff. And we realize, hey, you know what? Maybe we thought, well, this was going to come through and it didn't.
Anyway, but I want to ask you, okay, should the Steelers brush this off as, okay, you lose a game, it happens, let's go on, or do you think they've been exposed?
No, 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 no. I think a lot of it was the Browns coming to play. And of course, look, I will give Pickens this because he did complain about it. The snow was a factor. But like I said, Cleveland played in the same condition. So it's like I can't that's why I don't feel bad about it because Cleveland played in the same conditions in the second half where the snow was coming down. But the snow was a factor. So it was a couple of things. I think the Browns came to play. They actually went out there and had a good solid game plan against one of the best teams in the NFL and won the game.
Oh, absolutely. Like the 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 Browns just came out and took no mercy. They're like, you know what? We ain't getting anywhere this year. We might as well just go out and have some fun. And that's what they
Yeah,
did.
and quietly, Bill, they've won two AFC North games. Very quietly. Ravens and now the Steelers. Top of your division. So I
And we,
wonder if late in the season, if you're talking about these division games, you're looking at the Cleveland Browns as sort of a spoiler.
oh, absolutely.
I don't want to put that in anyone's minds, but I'm going to put it in everyone's minds because chaos.
Oh, you just want the chaos, don't you?
So, uh, so yeah, no, I'm I was very impressed by the way the Browns handled that game and the way that they came out, the way they had their game plan. And like I said, the factor was everyone showing up and showing out, and they did. The Steelers did too. Steelers had a look. They had a great comeback in the fourth quarter to take the lead. They just couldn't hold on to the lead, and they almost and look if Mike Williams and all those other receivers were around the ball, and I know again it was tough to see because of the snowy conditions, but if they were around the ball, that's a Hail Mary touchdown at the end of the game. So again, a lot of factors to go into. One of his that the Steelers got out to a very slow start offensively, only scored 6 points, uh, through three quarters. Like you're not gonna win if you can't score touchdowns. And there was a lot of clear night before the snow.
Oh, absolutely. So
So
don't blame it all on the
there's a lot. There's a,
snow.
there's a lot of factors. How
So
many touchdowns?
anyway,
I think they gave what, like three touchdowns to the Browns? Like you're not gonna win that way. You're not.
you're not. So yeah, the Steelers losing to the Browns 18-16. No, no, wait, no, I'm got. Oh, sorry, that was the Ravens Steelers.
20.
24-19. I don't know where
Yeah,
that came from. I'm
there you
sorry.
go.
Ding.
It's all good. Um, yeah, and look, the Browns improved to 8-3. Steelers fall to sorry, the Steelers fall to 8-3. Browns improved to 3-8. Want to get my words right. It's Friday.
Okay. So anyway, okay. Guess what time it is, Reggie?
Mm-hmm.
It is time for pick 'em. Pick
Pick 'em,
'em.
pick 'em, pick 'em.
Pick up, pick
Pick
up, pick
'em.
up, pick
Pick a
up, pick
bomb.
up.
Bum, bum. Pick 'em. All right.
Again, we don't have money to get people to write music for that, so we have to do it ourselves. So
But we
anyway,
make it up. That's great. Yeah.
we improvised. Anyway, um, okay, so let's look at last week overall record.
Yeah.
I win. My record was 10-4. Reg was 9-5. On the I won two out of the three games we split on. So this week, and overall record so far, can't calculate late in last night. Both of us had picked Pittsburgh. So our record this week is I am 108-58. Reggie is 103-63.
Okay.
So now it is time to go to week 12. All right, we're going to start off in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Because we all know Reg is a big stiffler about precise locations.
Mhm.
So East Rutherford, the Tampa Bay Bucks, and my beloved New York Football Giants. Reggie, talk to me, my friend.
Well, I want to say it's the Bucks, but Tommy DeVito's now the starting quarterback. Give me that Jersey juice and the football Giants. They'll find a way to win.
No,
They
yeah,
have
you
to
know
find a way to
what?
win.
I'm in the same boat. I'm picking the Giants too because Jersey juice, baby, Jersey juice.
Let's make a big comeback, Billy boy. Come on, Giants. Let's go.
Jersey juice. But
Hmm.
now with the thought of Daniel Jones, because he made a statement basically yeah, listen, I think he's benched. Well, not just benched. I think after this season, he's gonzo.
Yeah. Oh no, 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 no. He ain't coming.
Like
But Tommy DeVito has a chance to come back.
Jersey juice.
Are you in
No
love with this?
Tommy Cutlets.
But let's be honest, Bill. Are you in love with this quarterback class?
Not really.
So
Like,
if
listen, if
I'm
we had Sharir Sanders or Cam Ward, I'm not going to be jumping up and down and doing backflips, but I'm not going to say, okay, we could have gotten someone better. Okay, Can we, for all the love of that's good and holy, can Giant fans, can we stop screaming about, oh, let's win a year, let's get Arch Manning, let's get Arch Manning, let's get Arch Manning. You want him because of his last name,
Yeah.
dumbasses.
So if I'm Tommy DeVito, I will take this opportunity as
To grow.
sort of an audition plan. Once again, this is your second audition now because you had your first one last season. It's time to prove that you could be a decent bridge quarterback until you get your new quarterback. So let's go. Or if you're good enough, let's just say Tommy DeVito actually lights up the world long term. I mean, it's not a bad idea, Bill. Just saying. Just saying, Bill. It's not a bad idea.
I, but you know what? At this point, let's see how Tommy DeVito does the next couple weeks.
Yeah, no,
Do
obviously
we,
that's the other thing. At
is
the
he your
very
guy
least,
next? Is he the guy next year, or do we go to the draft, or?
at the very least, Bill, Ridge quarterback. I think I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, because
Uh,
I'm thinking like, do you stay with him for next year, or do we just go to a new, or is it time to go to the draft?
I think it all depends on what happens. Come on, baby.
Let's go, Tommy Cutlets. Let's
Give
go,
me, give
Jersey
me,
Juice.
give
Let's
me
go,
that
Tommy
DeVito
D.
magic. Come on, babe. You
Because,
got
like
this.
I said, what we really like about him, the guy is we love him.
And
He's so relatable.
he's so charming too. It's crazy.
Because, like we keep saying, his family, they're just good old working class folks like us. So,
Okay, yeah. Giants win. Let's go.
Giants are going to win this.
Uh-huh.
We could be wrong. See, John,
Yeah,
even
yeah. Maybe Tommy DeVito has one of the worst games we ever see, and
let's see what happens.
we don't know. We don't know.
All right. The no longer undefeated Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Panthers so got this one. Joking. They're joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, funny.
You know what? The Chiefs should be really thankful after losing to the Bills in a great game last week.
Yeah.
They should just be very thankful that they're playing, obviously, the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, because I mean, look, this is not a get right game. The Chiefs are what, 9-1?
Yeah, this is not a get right game. This is
Come
a
on now. What?
okay.
Yeah.
We lost one last week
Yeah.
against the Bills, but hey, you know what, guys? Let's brush it off. Let's brush it off. We got an incredibly easy game this week.
Hmm.
We got an incredibly easy
Or
game this
or at
week.
least that's what the experts say, right? It's an easy
The
game.
experts are always right. No. Like I said, bro, it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. Chiefs are gonna win this one. Easy.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
We got another easy one coming up for you, folks. Hit it, folks. Okay. Dallas and Washington.
In Landover,
In
Maryland,
Landover, Maryland, because
it's
Reggie
Dallas.
loves getting things precisely right.
It's Dallas week. But to me, Dallas week, it doesn't mean anything this year because the Cowboys suck. So I really, I'm not really excited for this game if I'm a Commanders fan. So I'm taking the Commanders. Look, they had, what they would call a mini bye because they had Thursday night football. So, they had their time off. I think for the Commanders, it's all just about getting back to the basics as to why you're so good. Use your offensive line to protect Jaden Daniels. Use your defense. You have a good defense. This Dallas team is trash, man. And look, I understand they made it somewhat interesting. Not really, but somewhat interesting against Houston. Kick their ass. They don't have anybody. Kick their ass.
Oh, they don't. Anyway, so I think we're both going with Washington on this one. I think that's safe to say.
Yeah.
Okay. A battle of the AFC East. You got the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins.
Miami favored by more than a touchdown. Give me the Miami Dolphins at home in Miami Gardens, Florida. They'll beat the crummy New England Patriots.
Okay. And that's for you, Mike Rifkin.
What are you picking? Come on,
I'm
Bill.
picking Miami. I'm picking Miami.
We already talked about this. I didn't hear you.
I'm picking Miami. Sorry, I didn't
There you
hear
go.
it.
There you go.
Sorry, I thought I was dealing with something on my computer for a second. I'm sorry. Anyway, Tennessee and Houston.
Tennessee and Houston. You mean the Houston Texans?
I'm going
Tennessee,
with the Texans as well.
Tennessee sucks, dude.
What
They're
was that?
awful. They're awful. Tennessee.
Yeah, the Detroit Lions and the Indianapolis Colts.
Lions.
Boy. Go Lions. These Lions are not sleeping tonight.
No. And they won't be sleeping against Indianapolis. Um, I watched the Colts last week. The Jets should have won. Now, of course, we're talking about the Jets who are just awful. Um, I watched the Colts last week. They're a bad team. It's bad.
All right, moving on. The Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
So let's go Minnesota. It's gonna be a close one.
I'm
Both
going
teams have
Minnesota.
flaws. I would say Minnesota by at least a field goal.
All right, the Denver Broncos.
What's your pick, Bill? Come
I
on, we
said
talked about
Minnesota.
this.
I said Minnesota.
I didn't hear you.
Minnesota. I thought I said Minnesota. Okay.
Unless you're talking over me. But yeah. In any case, continue. Sorry.
The Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the Broncos on this one.
Yeah, I like Denver. I like the way that they've been playing of late.
I've been saying,
Uh,
dude, Denver's a sleeper team in the AFC right
yeah,
now.
and look, let's give him credit where credit is due. Sean Payton has this team ready, and Bo Nix is starting to look like a real NFL star quarterback. It may take him a while to get to big time status, but I kind of I'm liking what Bo Nix is doing. Like, we gave him crap early in the season. Sometimes we just gotta give him some time, and that's my learning lesson.
Okay.
Denver Broncos.
Next one, the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers.
Give me the. I want to say I'm gonna go Green Bay at home against San
Okay.
Francisco. Let's go Green Bay at home, San Francisco. Yeah,
Well, to me, I this
it's
is
a
a
tough
really
one because the Niners are slowly but surely, right?
this slowly but surely, but Green Bay's at home now.
Yeah, I like Green Bay at home. Yeah,
Now I like Green Bay at home, so this is a tough one.
I like it.
Let's make things interesting. I'm going with San Fran.
You're making you're different. Okay, so there's one difference.
One difference. Let's make
Let's
things
go.
interesting.
Yes.
Okay, Arizona and Seattle.
Arizona versus Seattle. I'm gonna go Arizona on the road in Seattle.
I'm going with Arizona as well.
Yeah, I'm just not in love. I'm not in love with Seattle. Seattle's a good team. Not in love with it.
You know what? Next, let's go the Sunday night game. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Los Angeles Rams of St. Louis.
I don't know, man. They're begging you to choose Philly here, especially if you're betting. They're begging you to choose Philly.
I'm going with Philly. And I hate to do this if you see the poster on my wall,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
gotta go Philly.
I'm going Philly as well. Yeah, they're begging you. They're begging you, thinking, oh, maybe the Rams may get some. So
Okay. Our Monday night game. We got a good Monday night game. The
we do.
Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego.
Yeah. It is the battle of the Harbaughs.
It's the Harbaugh Bowl.
Ravens. Ravens will bounce back. Hopefully they'll bounce back. Hopefully.
You want to know something? This is going to be another interesting one.
Okay.
I'm going with the Chargers. You know why? Because I love Lamar. I do love Lamar Jackson. But you got to look at it this way, though, Reggie. I almost said San Diego.
It's okay. I say San Diego too.
Los Angeles's defense is a
They're good.
monster.
It is a good defense. You're
And
on
like, listen,
right.
I think can we agree? Even though we're picking differently, let's agree on this. We both agree this is probably going to be a tight game
Right.
because listen, Lamar is one of the top three quarterbacks in the NFL. I am not going to debate that, but you are going up against a monster Los Angeles Chargers defense. My only concern is I think the Chargers defense they just need to hold it together the whole game because last week they kind of tapered off in the second half
Yeah.
against Cincinnati. That's my only concern. But I think they can hold it against Lamar.
Yeah.
I think they can hold it against Lamar. All right, so we got two games we picked differently this week. We
Yep.
got San Francisco and Green Bay and Baltimore and Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, either way, Bill, you're gonna still be in the lead
probably.
because we picked differently on two games, so it's not gonna matter towards your record. So yeah,
Should we
just want to make that
actually?
point, and I also want to make the point that despite the fact that they're on a bye week, the Jets have lost. So
Hey, you have the floor, my friend.
how do you lose on a bye week? How do you
Well,
lose on a bye week?
it's actually very simple if you're the New York Jets. Because for those of you, and listen, Reg, we talked about this last night. Joe Douglas was fired as GM earlier this
Yeah,
week.
and I want to make it very clear. Joe Douglas was out the door. Okay. He was gonna leave the Jets anyway. His contract was expiring. They weren't bringing him back. So we can put that to bed right now. This idea that he was fired doing a bad job. He was fired doing a bad job and deserved to be fired. He
Because
was
once
not coming back at
Sala
the end of
got
the year.
fired,
So
once
either
Sala
you
got
either
fired, you know he was next.
either you get fired or you let your contract expire and then not be brought back. Let's start the rebuild now. Obviously, we still have 6 more games. Let's start everything now and then move forward.
To be
Uh,
honest, if I was Woody Johnson, I would have just let the contract expire because at
no,
this no,
you
because at
fire
this
him.
point,
What's the point of waiting, Bill? You tell
well,
me what's
because
the
let's
point
see,
of
you
waiting.
got 6 games left. You have a 0.000000000 chance of making the playoffs.
But
What's
Bill,
the What's the point? Why are you going to hold it up for
The,
6 more games?
the point is so that we're not wasting his time. What Joe Douglas is not going to be here next year anyway. So you might as well get a head start on your search for your next GM or football operations guy, whichever one, well, whatever the hell you want to call it. Get your head start now. Just get your search firm ready because I know Woody Johnson's going to use one. And let's focus on next year now because this year is a dud. It's over. So there's no reason to keep people here. There isn't. Okay. We'll write it out with Rogers. Rogers is going to go because he likes Joe Douglas. So he's going to go too. Look, it's over. It's over. Let's get a head start now. Let's not wait. It was a good time to do it. And by the way, I know Diana Rossini released an article with Zach Rosenblatt. Uh, that was a hit piece that obviously had a motive to trash the Jets as a franchise. It had a clear motive to trash the Jets as a franchise, which is just terrible journalism. Let's be honest. And look, I'm not saying that they're wrong. What I'm saying is that it's just very convenient that it was released at the time Joe Douglas got fired. So, and of course, not everything is accurate. The thing about that article, Bill, is that they're trying to paint this picture that the reason why Joe Douglas wasn't successful when the Jets is because of the Jets. No, it's not. Joe Douglas had almost 6 years as Jets GM. You know how many GMs get 6 years
Not a
and
lot of
not be
them.
successful? Not even have a chance at the playoffs. Bill.
Not a lot of them.
Not a lot of GMs. So I don't want to hear that nonsense. Oh, well, he didn't stand a chance. No, he was given almost 6 years, and the Jets are still bad, and the Jets still have not made the playoffs.
No, I absolutely agree. Reg, I'm 100% agreeing with you. I think right now, why can you go 6 years and not make the playoffs and still have a job?
Yeah, you go
And
six. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
Jet fans, Salah gone, Douglas gone, Rogers, you're next.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Bill. He whiffed on the coach, Joe Douglas, whiffed on two quarterbacks via draft and via trade, right? Whiffed on
Yes.
two quarterbacks. He had three quarterbacks during his time. And look, I know Sam Darnold was a McCagnon draft pick, but Joe Douglas was still there. He whiffed on Sam Darnold's replacement twice and got it wrong. You can't do that and survive. Not in New York. You
And
gotta
now
win.
look how, and you know what really should piss Jet fans off right now? Look how Sam Darnold's doing in Minnesota.
Yeah, but and that's the thing. I don't think Joe Douglas really wanted to get rid of Darnold.
And
And that's where the meddling comes in with Woody. Because Woody has meddled many times.
you know what? I said this.
Obviously, if he trusts you, he's not going to do anything. But if he doesn't trust you, you'll put his foot down. So it's all about whether or not you can do your job. And it was very obvious that at the end of the day, Joe Douglas has not produced a winner despite some of his draft picks. And we love some of those draft picks that he did, that he made, right? We loved it.
Yes.
Some of it's working out, some of it's hit or miss, some of it are a lot of them are complete misses. But we appreciate the fact that he's been able to do some good things and bring some talent to this team. The bottom line is they gotta win. They gotta win with the right players, they gotta win with the right coaching, and they don't have that. That is on the GM. And okay, so the owner medal.
You know, and
Produce the winner.
I said this last night on Thursday Night Gridiron. I hate when these freaking owners when they come in, these freaking owners, when they come in and they know nothing about football and they think they all of a sudden become experts.
Mm.
And we've been saying this. Let the football people, let the front office, let the GM, I don't know, do their freaking jobs.
But it's hard to do it if you're not winning. That's the problem. If you're not winning, how can the how can the owner trust you? And look, again, I don't want Woody to meddle. I would much rather the GM, football president, whatever you have. I would much rather have those people who know football, unlike Woody, who doesn't know football. I would much rather them make football decisions. But if you're not winning, it's tough. Like what? Look, the many times that you had James Dolan of the Knicks, many times that you had him meddle because the Knicks either weren't good enough or were losers. So just keep that in mind. And by the way, I'm not endorsing James Dolan. He's an awful owner too. But it just goes to show you, Dolan made the right decision hiring Leon Rhodes to be the basketball operations guy in New York. And it's worked out. The Knicks are one of the best run franchises in the NBA right now. When you have the right people in place, it makes it easier for the owner to be like, I'm going to step away and I'm just going to sign the checks.
Well, that's what
Just do your
some owners,
job.
I think, need to do. I
Do your
think
job.
Woody Johnson at this point, is his meddling welcomed, or do you think it's all right, Woody, just stop with the
Well, I mean, I don't welcome it. But I get his point though. I get where he's coming from. Look, Woody Johnson, there's a chance he may take a job with the Trump administration. I don't know if it's going to happen, but there's speculation that Trump's going to appoint him to something within
and
his
then Chris will be back in
and
charge.
Christopher Johnson going to be back in charge. Look, I, I just want the Jets to have competent people running football operations. Is that hard to do? Like it can't be that hard to do.
Well, when
It
you
can't.
have incompetent owners, then
But Bill, if you hire the right guy, I don't think the owner is not going to matter if you hire the right people. It's about hiring the right people to run football operations. And Woody knows he cannot be a football guy. He's not a football guy. He knows nothing about football. So hire the right people. But it's the Jets.
and do the Jets ever cease to disappoint you?
It's a hard question.
Do the Jets ever cease to disappoint you? Of course they don't.
What a disgrace. They're all franchise. But Joe Douglas needed to go. And I want to hear it. He was bad. 30-64. And you had 5.5 years at least. Not a lot of GMs have that. Losing record, 5.5 years. And owners are patient. Come on, man. Come on.
You got all right. So aside from the Jets, we got the Falcons, the Bills, the Bengals, the Saints, and the Jags are all on bye weeks this week.
Yeah. And
So I think Reg could use a week to not have a heart attack over the Jets this week. Hey,
oh,
that was
too
me
late.
with the
Too
Giants
late.
last week.
Too late.
It was nice not having to scream at the TV last week. It
I
was
mean,
really
yeah,
nice.
but now that Tommy DeVito's here, you'll be screaming for a different reason. So
Oh yeah, I probably will.
let's see.
All we can say is the Jets rebuild has begun. Douglas is out, Salah's out, Rodgers, you're next. If he gets offered another contract, though, he might have to go into the darkness room and think.
Who's gonna want him though? I mean, because I just don't know who would want Rodgers at this point in his career. Is there a chance that maybe, just maybe, he can go to a system that works for him? Yes, but I'm just being real with you, Bill. Like, I just don't know if any team would want that. Not only want his ability, but knowing the fact that he wants certain things with familiarity, because that's the big thing. Rodgers is the type of guy that needs to be familiar around his surround with his surroundings. So if there's no familiarity around him, it's tough. It is very tough for him.
Oh, it is.
So just making that point. Not saying that it can't be done, but just I just want to make that a point.
So yeah, we'll see what happens in that situation. Will the Jets have six more games? We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, well, now we go from the gridiron to the diamond. Major League Baseball awards were announced this week.
Yep.
And we're going to start with Rookie of the Year
How
for
about
the
this?
when it comes from the American League, from our beloved New York Yankees, Luis Gil.
Mhm.
After winning 15 games, which included 171 strikeouts, 151 and two-third innings over 29 starts. Absolutely well deserved, Reg. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean this is the look. I wasn't in love with all the American League rookies. Um, I mean maybe Kauser of the Orioles, but Luis Hill by far was the most that was the one that stood out the most. So call me biased all you want, but I'm happy Luis Hill got it, and I think that was the right call. So
All right. From the National League,
this was easy.
Paul Skeens, 11 and 3 with 196 ERA and a franchise record from for the Pittsburgh Pirates of 170 strikeouts.
Hmm.
And he got Rookie of the Year less than a year after he was drafted.
Yeah.
For Manager of the Year from the American League, from the Cleveland Guardians, Stephen Vogt.
How about that? Steven Vogt, he's a rookie manager. Never done this before, filling in the shoes of Terry Francona and gets the Guardians to the ALCS. I mean, look, a lot of that was Jose Ramirez, but the Guardians got to the ALCS.
He was the first person to go from player to fastest person to go from player to manager of the
Mm.
year in Major League Baseball history.
Yeah, it's a great job. It was a great job by him. Um, the only one that I would have given to um in the American League side, I don't know. Like I kind of liked AJ Hinch. I'm very shocked um that he didn't get as many votes as I thought he. The only reason why is because that Tigers team, at least the Guardians, they have somewhat of a good team. The Guardians didn't have a terrible team. I had no idea what the Detroit Tigers were going to look like this year, and they made it to the playoffs. They were one game away, Bill, from the American League Championship Series. So
One
I,
game
I would have
away.
looked at AJ Hinch, just pointing it out there. He only got one first place vote.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, now National League. My cousin, Pat Murphy from the Milwaukee Brewers. No, he's not my cousin. Just going through significant off-season departures and injuries, and the Brewers won 93 games this season.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
We,
had to give
we
him credit for that.
We knew he was going to win. It really should have been Carlos Mendoza. Come on,
Should
Bill.
have. Absolutely, it should
Let's
have.
be honest, Bill. We could hate them all we want, and I don't hate the Mets. We can hate on their season all we want, Bill. Carlos Mendoza was a way better manager than Pat Murphy.
Because this
Pat
was
Murphy did a good job with the Brewers. I
well,
give him a whole lot of credit.
this is coming from a diehard Yankee fan. The the
The Mets
Mets,
were fire. That was a good team.
yeah, the Mets. Not only did they go above expectations, they exceeded expectations.
I knew the Mets were going to make the playoffs. I did not know they were going to be this good. That
They
goes
were
on
like
that
literally
falls on
two
the
games
manager.
away from going to the World Series. So Carlos
Yeah.
Mendoza should have been
I'm
man.
sorry. I thought he got robbed. I mean, it's and the fact is, I look at the vote tallies. Mendoza only had one first place vote. How and Murphy had 27. How absurd is that? I don't care what the Brewers went through. You see what the Mets went through? Based on the team that they had in 22 and 23. Like, don't tell me that wasn't a retool of the franchise. Like, come on now. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. So yeah. Um, I thought Mendoza got hosed, but that's okay. It is what it is.
All right. Cy Young Award. When it comes to the Detroit Tigers, Tarek Skubal
Yep. Thank
had an
goodness.
18-4 record and an MLB high 228 in 192 innings with 239 ERA in winning the pitching triple crown.
Yeah. I mean, look, the bottom line is Scooble was the leaderboard in all the big time pitching categories, and he made hitters look stupid on the mound all the entire year. His stuff is nasty, man. Well deserved Cy Young Award, 100%. And
All right.
again, it's part of the rise of the Tigers.
For the National League, from the Atlanta Braves,
Mhm.
Chris Sale.
Great for Chris Sale, man. Um,
He also went 18-3, had a 238 ERA and a National League best 225 strikeouts in his 177 2/3 innings. He won the NL Cy Young.
yeah, no, tremendous year by Chris Sale, and good to see him pitching this late in his career. And I'm telling you, man, he's been it's a pretty solid home for him in Atlanta.
Yes, he's been a great addition to the Atlanta Braves pitching rotation. Now, MVP for the National League for the third time and his first in the NL from the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani,
Yeah,
in a unanimous vote.
this was easy, easy.
50 homers, 50 steal season,
Yeah.
310, 390, 646, becoming the first full-time DH to earn the award.
Yeah.
The National League, this was easy. This was so easy. And finally, for the American League, from our beloved New York Yankees.
And he's better than Shohei.
What about the 50-50 club?
Sure. I mean,
Aaron James Judge. One of his second AL MVP in 3 years after pacing with 58 home runs, 144 RBIs, 458 on base percentage, and a 701 slugger percentage.
yeah. The Judge, tremendous season. Shame that he fell off in the playoffs. You were really hoping this would be different for him in the postseason. It wasn't, but tremendous regular season. You can't take that away from him.
Great regular season, and coming off after he was injured last year,
Yeah.
Judge just ripped a new one this year. So congratulations to all those who won the awards. Congratulations.
Yep. And sending a shout out too to CC Sabathia because he's on the Hall of Fame ballots with Ichiro Suzuki, and he's getting in.
He's got to get in.
You know he's gonna get in. I don't know if it'll be first ballot for CC. I hope it's first ballot, but let's see.
You know who didn't make the ballot, unfortunately, this year for like the Veterans Committee or something like that? Thurman Munson.
Shame.
We like to issue our condolences to Larry Schnapp on that one. We know you've been working very hard. It's just, when is he finally going to get in the Hall of Fame?
There's just no respect for Thurman Munson.
They're too busy. No, he ain't play long enough. He ain't play long enough. Then, as Larry said when he was on, dude, he was on 2 years ago. Yikes. Go
Yeah.
listen to that interview if you haven't. It was a great interview. And Larry, if you ever want to come back, you're more than welcome.
Yeah.
We would have had him back this year, but he has been facing some health issues, but he's doing okay. So let's just wish Larry the best. But anyway, and you know what? I think Larry said it best. If you wanted to be a 15-year, saying that you should be playing at least 15 years, then change the rules.
Right. But
And
they aren't going to change the rules. So
if
what's the
you
point?
listen, if you guys listen to us long enough, you know we have our issues with the Hall of Fame committee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're too busy. Because you know what all they are, Reg? They're a bunch of folk. They're a bunch of blowhards
hmm
who want to protect the integrity of baseball.
Yeah, you protect the integrity, but a known steroid user by the name of David Ortiz
Who was mentioned in the
is,
Mitchell report?
is in the Hall of Fame. And I don't want to hear this BS. Oh, well, he was clean during the MLB's mandated testing period for 13 years. Bro, he had a sample where he had drugs that are now banned from baseball in that sample.
Because these are a bunch of
Don't give me that. Sorry.
they're a bunch of blowhards who because all these old boomers because these old baseball writers because you know what all they want, Reg? They want to cement their legacy because when they leave this earth, and listen, don't take it the wrong way, I don't want anyone on this earth to die.
Yeah.
But when they die, they want Rob Manfred to come to their funeral and talk about how they protected the integrity of baseball.
Yeah. To them, it's a moral high ground for them, and it's just like sometimes you just got to be like, hey man, appreciate the best that ever did it, man. And they don't even want to do that. They want to put in guys like Scott Rowland,
Do
who
we?
we love
Let me
Scott
ask you.
Rowland. We think he's a Hall of Famer, but not the best to ever do it.
Let me ask you a question, Reg. Should Major League Baseball do away, or at the very least tweak the character clause?
It's not even that. I really think that they have to start going back to loving the baseball game. And the Hall of Fame needs to be about telling the story of baseball. You can't tell the story of baseball if you don't have the players that made such a huge impact on it. Like Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa not being in the Hall of Fame is crazy. They saved baseball. Baseball was going into turmoil after they were on strike, right?
This was a
That
couple years
98
after the
season when they
strike.
were on that chase for Maris's record, that
This
was huge
that
for baseball.
saved baseball.
It saved them. And then, of course, Barry Bonds, who still holds the record. I don't want to get this BS that Aaron Judge is the record. Barry Bonds has the major league record, and that's the only record that I care about. You can't tell the story of baseball without talking about the best that ever did it. And the fact that you have figures in baseball that have been so great at the high level of their game and they're not getting into the Hall of Fame, it's insane. It's insane that Roger Clemens is not in the Hall of Fame. It's insane that Kurt Schilling is not in the Hall of Fame. It's I just don't understand it. So
All right,
the
dude.
such a moral high ground, it's insane.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're getting some breaking news right now.
Huge breaking news.
Is it the one I'm thinking of, John Mara?
Yeah.
John Mara of the New York Giants has just released a statement about Daniel Jones.
Mhm.
Wow.
Schefter confirming it too.
Schefter has confirmed it as well. Trying to find the statement here.
I got it, Bill. I got it. I got it. And for those of you on YouTube, I'll show it. Ralph Vacchiano has it on his Twitter page or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But here's the statement from the Maras. Here we go. I'm going to put it up in full. Daniel came to see me this morning and asked if we would release him. We mutually agreed that would be best for him and for the team. Daniel has a great representative of our has been a great representative of our organization. I'm sorry. First class in every way. His handling of this situation yesterday exemplifies that, just that. We are all disappointed in how things have worked out. We hold Daniel in high regard and have a great appreciation for him. We wish him nothing but the best in the future. Daniel Jones being released by the New York Giants.
Whoa.
News just coming in. Bill, I can't believe that happened,
Me
but
neither.
it needed to happen. You have no idea.
And we could go on and on about know what I'm going to say. Wow, just wow. Like this was something that needed to happen.
So,
Un,
so Daniel Jones asked to be released, and the Giants granted that. Massive.
oh, that means they're gonna have to pay $23.5 million now. Because if
But
he
who
gets,
cares? He's off the team. Who gives a shit?
so wow, I got a lot to
I'm
say.
stunned.
I got
I'm kind
so
of stunned.
much to say, but I can't say it at the same time. It's like I give credit to Daniel Jones for admitting, yeah, you know
Yeah,
what? This is not going well for either of us. I think we should just mutually part ways. Mr. Mara, Mr. Tish, thank you for your time
yeah.
and thank you for the opportunity. Wow. Wow.
I have a
Wow.
lot. I don't know. I have a lot of respect for Daniel Jones after that.
No, I give him a tip of the hat. He's just,
Like, and look, obviously, no, we killed Daniel Jones, and rightfully so. Daniel Jones was
and
terrible.
like, listen, if you've listened to me, if you've listened here for a while, I've listened. I have been very critical of Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
But at the same time, when he deserves praise, I give him his praise.
yeah,
And listen, but you know what? This reiterates a point I've been saying for over a year. You know it. I know it. Everybody who's listening who has half a brain knows what I'm going to say right now. And you know what it is? I'm going to say it, Reg. You ready?
sure.
Daniel Jones was not worth $45 million.
And that's the last time you're gonna say that
Yeah, let
because
me
no,
say it again for the people in the back. Daniel Jones was not worth $45 million. You should John. I'm sorry. I blame John Mara. I blame Joe Shane. You should have tagged Daniel Jones. You should have signed Saquon Barkley, who is now having a fantastic season in Philly.
Mhm.
This had to be the dumbest move that Giants management had to do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you had a quarterback you paid all this freaking money to.
Yeah.
You paid all this freaking money to, and look what happened. He ended up getting released. So
Yeah. A
I'm not
release,
mad at Daniel
but
Jones
but
right
but
now.
but
I'm
it
mad at
was
the
a
ownership.
but it was a release. Just so we're clear, this was a release that Daniel Jones asked for. Obviously, he was pissed off by the fact that he was benched for Tommy DeVito. Let's be honest. He like and look, as a starting quarterback in this league, you're drafted in the top 10 in your draft, and you've been in the organization for 6 years, and you know you're the guy, but you get benched like for a quarterback that that you think you're better than, right? At least that's what Daniel Jones thinks, and it's just not been working out. Like, yeah, I'll be very discouraged. I have a lot more respect for Daniel Jones today for one, asking for the release, and two, just reading the room.
Oh,
Tip of the cap.
absolutely.
Tip of the cap. For those of you just joining us, breaking news: Daniel Jones released by the Giants. In a statement, I'll briefly read it to you again. The Giants statement: Daniel came to see me this morning and asked if we would release him. We mutually agreed that that would be best for the team, best for him and the team, excuse me. Daniel has been a great representative of our organization, first class in every way. His handling of this situation yesterday exemplifies just that. We are all disappointed in how things have worked out. We hold Daniel in high regard and have a great appreciation for him. We wish him nothing but the best in the future. That is the statement from John Mara, the president of the New York Giants, and just incredible, incredible story coming out here. Oh man, where do the Giants go?
This is the big thing, my friend. Do the Giants go for, let me ask, do we stick it with Tommy DeVito, what we're gonna do these next couple games, or are we and next year is he the guy? Or do we get someone else? Or do we go to the draft? And I was also hearing rumors that Brian Dable ripped Daniel
Fourth string,
Jones's
by the way.
captaincy off the jersey, but I don't believe that happened. I think that was
Yeah.
just
By the way,
committee BS.
fourth string demotion for Daniel Jones. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize he was demoted to fourth string.
And you know what? I give Daniel Jones credit.
And I would ask for a release too.
I'm sure if he's gonna get asked about this, I'm sure he's gonna say, "Listen, wasn't working out. It was about the good of the team. I asked Mr. Marr for a release. He
I mean,
granted it to
what
me."
was it yesterday that Diana Rossini was saying? He was playing safety for the travel squad, whatever it was. He was playing safety in practice. Oh
And
my God.
I'm sure he's gonna say, "Listen, I have no resentment. I have no bitterness
Yeah.
toward to Mr. Mara or Mr. Tisch. I thank them for this opportunity." He's not going to be like the other quarterback in New York.
Giant scout team. Giant scout team. I apologize. Giant
He's not
scout.
like that other quarterback in the other number 8 quarterback in New York,
Mhm.
who's going to sit there and just blame everyone till the freaking cows come home.
Yeah. I have a lot more respect for Daniel Jones today than ever.
I do too.
Like,
Hey, he's getting $23.5 million, so he has nothing to complain about right now.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, he'll get paid, and the Giants are gonna give him a boatload of money, and he's gonna go to another team. And I look probably as a backup, right? You know,
Right. I'm hearing maybe the Raiders.
I mean, if you could make it work for the Raiders, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe the Raiders, but you know what?
Woo!
So, Giant fans, Daniel Jones is gone. The Daniel Jones era is over. He is gone. We wish Daniel Jones the very best on his future endeavors.
Yeah,
And listen, we poke a lot of fun of Daniel Jones here, but at the end of the day, we give him a tip of the hat.
yeah,
And just Daniel, good luck.
yep. One more note before we go. Um, for those of you, well, hockey fans out there, by the way, all hockey news and analysis go to the Breakaway Bandits podcast. They're on YouTube and on audio form.
Go check out
Um,
Breakaway Bandits.
yeah, whenever they release their shows, I don't know what the schedule is, but they huge news coming out of Washington. The Alex Ovechkin, he had hurt his leg about maybe a week and a half ago in the game, and for a while we thought, okay, well maybe it's like a day-to-day thing, maybe it's a week-to-week thing. Well, testing just came out and it revealed that he has a broken fibula. So he broke his leg, um, and is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Why is this important? Well, because he's on track to breaking Wayne Gretzky's record of 894 goals. Right now, I believe he's at 868. So he was on track to do it by February, and that's going to massively delay everything. And I'm Alex Ovechkin, who has been in this league for a very long time. He's 39 years old. 39 years old, coming back from a leg injury.
That doesn't sound
Pretty
too
tough.
good.
Pretty tough. Ask Aaron Rodgers. It's tough. So let's see. I mean, they say 4 to 6 weeks for Ovechkin. We hope that's the case for him. I don't think it's going to be the case. Might be a little longer. Um, but yeah, it seems like any hope of Alex Ovechkin breaking Wayne Gretzky's record this season, or even at all, might
Gonzo.
be might be put on pause. So I hope I wanted to break Wayne Gretzky's record. I'm in Washington. I would love nothing more than to witness that.
And records are meant to be broken.
Yeah, but I just don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know. If it's definitely not happening this year. It may happen next year.
It might, but
4 to 6 weeks, Ovechkin out, broken fibula. That's a rough injury. 39 years old, you broke your leg. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough.
well, we wish him well. We wish him the best,
Yeah.
and yeah, we wish him the best, and hope he's good, and hope he's well, and get well soon, Ovechkin.
All right, that'll do it for us. 367
In the books.
SIP SIN YouTube page. Like, comment, subscribe.
Hit that bell.
And follow us on our socials. Search SIN Sports Insane on X. Search Sports Insanity Network on X and Facebook. Um, log on to our website, sportsinsanitynetwork.com. And stay tuned for more content. We have plenty of content. And of course, like I said, we're now live. We are now a live podcast. We
He'll get
have
the audio to you, don't worry.
that will get the audio to you. I'm sorry the audio has been late. News, busy, just saying.
It's not like
Um,
we had an election or something.
right. Or that and the whole situation with Donald Trump forming a joke of administration. You know.
But we're not here to make political statements. So anyway,
In any case, I'll certainly get this audio up as soon as possible. But we appreciate you. We love you and we thank you for joining us.
Yeah. I'm Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy,
I'm Danny Boy Reg. Stay safe.
and take care.
We love you.